Salam jumpa pemirsa, Anda menyaksikan program MVB Indonesia Doing Good is Good for Business bersama saya Chakry. Selama 30 menit ke depan kita akan mengupas strategi bisnis yang berkelanjutan dan penerapan etika bisnis yang baik bersama para profesional bisnis dari berbagai perusahaan di Indonesia. Dan inilah MVB Indonesia Doing Good is Good for Business selengkapnya. MVB Indonesia adalah program yang didedikasikan untuk meningkatkan kesadaran perusahaan akan pentingnya bisnis yang berkelanjutan serta penerapan etika bisnis yang baik, sebagaimana yang telah diterapkan oleh PT Grundfos Pompa sebagai salah satu anggota MVB Indonesia 2016. Untuk mengetahui lebih lanjut tentang Grundfos telah hadir di studio Presiden Direktur PT Grundfos Pompa, Gert Borrits. Hello, Mr. Borrits. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Yeah, straight to the point. Grundfos Indonesia, 25 years successfully servicing Indonesia. It means it's proof and existency related with sustainability. What does your company do about sustainability?
Oh, we do a lot of things about sustainability. I mean, we have a whole team in place to drive sustainability in our company. This has been there for many, many years. Yeah. We have very clear targets worldwide. So, for example, just to give you an example, back in 2008, the Grundfos Group decided that we would only emit the same CO2 level as we did in 2008. And now we're 2016, and we have managed to reduce our footprint. Yep. We have managed to reduce our water consumption, our chemical consumption, our wastewater consumption. So all these things we have put target on every year to reduce it rather than increase it. And at the same time, of course, our sales has gone up maybe 35%.
Okay, so there's a team to make all that things happen. Beside the team, is there any sustainability plan to do to sustain your company exists until these 25 years in Indonesia?
Yeah, of course. You have a team to manage and set targets, but your team to do the target is actually the team Grundfos. That is all our 20,000 employees, because they're the one that really have to run sustainability, because you have to have it anchored very well into your company, and then everybody takes part of it, being it reducing water or reducing electricity and so on. So it has to be a change in mentality, really.
Okay, so how important the Indonesian market for Grundfos so far? Because what is the most successfully project or act that Grundfos Pompa did in Indonesia?
Well, first of all, Indonesia is a very important market for us, because Indonesia is growing a lot, and the potential for the future is of course enormous. So in that respect it is very important for us. But it's also important that we, in our team here in Indonesia, also live the sustainability. So we have to really, to teach internally how we want people to act in terms of environmental footprint. But it also goes further than that. It goes to our distribution, it goes to our customers, because actually we sell environmental friendly pumping products because they reduce the energy consumption, and therefore people's reduction in the footprint.
Okay, so when your products are well known by consumers, especially in Indonesia, meaning that the success has been achieved by Grundfos, right? Okay, do you think your business is friendly enough to consumers and the environmental, especially?
I think it's friendly enough, but saying that there's always possibility to do improvements. One of our targets, for example, is that we, in any new products we release, we have to have a reduction in energy consumption of 5%. Otherwise, we cannot replace the old model. So in this way, you constantly improve your energy efficiency and therefore reducing the energy consumption for the consumers. Yeah. So this is the way we drive it. Setting targets, tough targets all the time.
So the Grundfos Pompa or PT Grundfos Pompa has produced many equipment for water pump. But the water exists in Indonesia. How do company see about the environment, especially for the water in Indonesia?
Unfortunately, we see a little bit problematic situation, because simply not enough is done, you know, to make sure that we don't pollute.
Yes.
And secondly, we are not doing enough in Indonesia to treat, meaning that our rivers and our lakes are polluted, and of course that polluted water goes into the groundwater. When it hits the groundwater and that's polluted, then people cannot get clean water any longer.
Yes.
And so, but I think the country has started to realize that there need to be a lot of projects put into place, you know, to improve that situation. But the coverage of Indonesia is so big, you know. It's such a big country.
Because there's the Grundfos here in Indonesia to take a part of to save the water in a good good condition in Indonesia.
Yeah. So what we do and what we try to go around is, for example, a building like this here, we go in and do a electricity audit to see if you change to our pumps, for example, what impact will that have on your footprint as a company, you know, for the owner of the building. And this is starting to really take off in Indonesia also, that people can see that if I invest in good equipment that can reduce my energy consumption, it's good business.
Yeah.
I save money, right? So the money is paid back relatively fast. Sometimes we talk 6 months, 12 months to get new equipment, because electricity also in Indonesia, prices are going up, up. So it becomes more and more important for the businesses to reduce the energy consumption.
Okay, so need to reduce energy consumption is the important that the point of Grundfos, PT Grundfos Pompa. The last question, the Grundfos Group is represented more than 80 companies in more 55 countries. How to manage the distribution flow runs well. And then sure, it took the role for local distribution.
The largest part of our sales worldwide is going through loyal partners, you know, local partners.
Yes.
So here in Indonesia,
distributors.
For distribution, yeah. So here in Indonesia, we have approximately 40 local partners that are distributing our products into geographical areas and different segments. So for us, it's very important to have that competence and education development of our dealers, so they're able to sell the energy right product, even though it costs a little bit more than maybe a local product or Chinese product or whatever. So that's how we try to manage it.
Okay, just not to sell the product, but also knowing about the environment.
Also knowing about the impact and what is actually possible, you know, to by investing in the right equipment, how much you can actually save in energy.
Okay.
That message is good business.
Yeah,
because
doing good for your business, and doing good is good for your business.
Exactly, because if we win and the end user win, then the dealers, distributors also win because they sell the product, right? So that message is actually very, very good. And of course, if you can prove it, which we always can, then it's a good business.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Borrits, to come in our studio, and good luck for Grundfos.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Pemirsa, terima kasih. Pemirsa MVB Indonesia, Doing Good is Good for Business akan kembali bersama anggota MVB Indonesia lainnya. Nantikan sesaat lagi.